Heaven help us. We're 109 days into school. It's February. There are no lengthy breaks in sight. The children are too good of friends. Everything is hectic. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my after school thought processing. I need some feedback, so I'm going to talk to myself on camera and hopefully come up with some good ideas. So, basically, yesterday I took a sick day, and that was beautiful. I got a lot of work done. Everything is awesome, okay? I came back. Not much had been done with the sub, but this is the risk you take when you do a last-minute sub and you don't know them. Sometimes it works out really well. Sometimes literally nothing but children staying alive happens, and that was kind of the case this time. So we played a lot of catch-up today, feeling totally overwhelmed because we do not have time to do everything we need to do, ever, for the rest of the year, pretty much. So that's fine. Because I'm stressed, everything in my classroom is hectic. This is a breakthrough I literally just had in this moment, that my stress is probably what's causing their frazzled natures. Anyway, I realized we haven't changed seats really since like right after Christmas break, and we're into February now. It is definitely time to switch up our desks, but I've decided instead of just switching up our desks, I think I'm going to switch up the desk arrangement as well. I'm not sure if I like it yet. So you'll remember that I originally had 5 tables, as you can see from the numbers hanging from the ceiling. Yes, those are our constellations we built, because constellations are 3D, so we built 3D constellations. Anyway, I had 5 tables, so 3 tables of 4 and 2 tables of 5 in the back. I've currently switched it to do 4 and then 2 pods of 3 with the same 3 groups of 4 in the front, just to kind of minimize the number of children sitting together, because I have so many people who can no longer sit by each other that it's becoming rather difficult to find a spot for everybody. However, here's where it gets complicated. Having 6 tables makes my room feel more crowded. I don't know why. There's literally the same number of tables and chairs here, but it just feels so much more crowded to have them spread out like that. So there's that. Second of all, this is going to seem really silly. I have the lovely die cut numbers hanging from the ceiling indicating which table is which. And I swear I had a table number 6. I must have thrown it away or have stored it in a very safe location because I cannot find it. So if I actually switch to 6 tables, I am going to have to remake all the table numbers. That in and of itself is enough to almost make me want to just stick to 5 tables, because I'll have to switch the table numbers and I'll have to change my whiteboard for the table points. That's not nearly as problematic. But I'm going to have to redo all the numbers because I can't just have one that doesn't match. Is it worth it? So I'm trying to figure out this seating chart thing. And I just realized that the lesson plan I had for tomorrow required a second worksheet to download, and I'm out of free downloads on that website. So do I buy a subscription, or do I change my lesson plan? These are the problems I'm running into on a Tuesday afternoon. Other fun fact for the day, I spent 45 minutes teaching cardinal directions today. Come to find out that they do not, in fact, need to know north, south, east, and west. They only need to know what a compass rose is and what it indicates on a map. Wow. Remember how I said I didn't have any time? Apparently I'm doing this to myself, the no time thing. Oh, I'm going to get myself sick again from stressing this much. I need to chill out. Planning a seating chart is probably one of the most challenging things, and I don't know if they tell you this in your teacher's school, but it really is. So this is a list of all of my students. The ones circled are the kids who can't just sit by anybody, and honestly, pretty much everybody should be circled, but these guys are adaptable. I think they could deal. These friends, that's about half my class, are going to have to be strategically placed throughout the classroom. And yes, I'm planning it with 5 tables because I'm not sure I like the 6. Like I said, I'm not feeling making a new table number. Good news, because I'm freaking amazing. I have figured out a potential way to organize my students such that I have 2 semi-problematic kids at each table, problems for various reasons, and still keep it at 5 tables so I don't have to remake my table numbers, or do my board again, or feel more crowded in my room. I'm a hero. It's fine. I'll pause while you applaud for me. It's kind of a big deal. Okay, so, I got all the desks rearranged and new name tags put on. So after much debate, I decided to just do name tags with the little Post-it tabs, and then I just stick them on with packing tape. And because I'm unorganized, they're not all in the same corners of the desks, except for up here, because then I finally got my stuff together, and now they're together. Anyway, so I'm about to go write on the board all the things that you should have in your desk so that when they move all their stuff tomorrow, when they clean out their desks, they know what to have. So I go to look in this very clean desk to see. And I'm like, all right, you should have in your desk. And then I discover half of a cow, a yak, a moose. Yep, things you should have in your desk. Half of a cow. I know. I'm the most artistic teacher in the history of the world. I have illustrated for them all the things that should be in their desk, and down to the minutia in their pencil box. You want to know how many kids are still going to have trash and other toys in their desk? 85% of them. But you know what? I tried. I'm no Miss Fifth. My writing is not beautiful. If you don't follow her on Instagram, go do it. But it turned out all right. And now even the ones who refuse to read will have visuals of what's supposed to be in their desk. So you can't say I didn't tell you. Okay, remember how we had parent-teacher conferences last week? That was part of the reason why I've been sick and stressed. Anyway, I had a mom come in today for a makeup parent-teacher conference, and her son's one of the ones that causes some of the problems in class. Anyway, so we're talking about his behavior and what we can do to help her be a part of tracking it. And she was like, well, my friend, their teacher sends home this note letting her know if it was a good day or a bad day, and then they can reward him or reprimand him accordingly. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea. I could do something with that. I don't know why I haven't thought of using parents to give the rewards. Obviously, they want to praise their kids. So we decided on a little chart on his desk that I'd send home at the end of the week and give him I'll give him either a check or a minus, depending on how that day went. Well, I was like, okay, I can't just give them a check or a minus arbitrarily. They need to know what it is that I'm looking for to give them those checks and minuses. Because now I'm going to do this with a couple other students too. So let me show you what I just came up with, which I guarantee is nothing new or exciting, and everyone else has probably thought of this before, but it's new and exciting for me. So I'm going to share. Okay, part of my super chipped nails peeling that tape off the desk was harder than I thought. Anyway, so this is his. So it says stay on task, not reading instead of working, and playing only when playing is allowed. And then I put just little clip art, super grainy, wow, pictures. That's a kid at his desk. That's one of our book boxes, and that's some kids playing at recess. And then I just put every day of the week. And so that way he knows those are the specific behaviors I'm looking for. And if he does those without having to be reminded excessively, they're 7 and 8. If I have to remind him a couple times, it's whatever. I'll just put either a check or a minus on those days. And I think, depending on how well it goes, I might even try and have them put a check or a minus. Another thing I was thinking is I could put the check or minus up here under the day, and then also you've seen the star charts before where you give them a star if they're doing good and have them put a slash if they're not, and then you tally up at the end of the day if they had more stars than slashes. So if it becomes something where we need to watch it consistently, I could do that in this bottom box too. So I made one for that child and for some other ones, and they're all a little bit different what their goals are, depending on what those specific behaviors that kids need. So I'm going to just tape this paper so it'll just go right on their desk like that, and then I can track it and they can track it too. Or if I want it to be a little bit more private, depending on the child, I could also put it on the side of their desk, or we could tape it inside their desk if they keep it clean, like my half cow friend. Notoriously, start over. First words first. I have been notorious in the past for coming up with these ideas and then not following through with them. So doing this is more of a commitment for me than for my students. But if we really want to fix the behaviors in the classroom, I have to be willing to put in some effort as well. So this is me committing to putting forth the effort to making this system work, because I want it to work. This coupon's expired. I complain about my kids getting distracted, and here's me staring at coupons in the back of my viewfinder. It's Valentine's Day week, and I'm being extra and doing all of my to-do list in pink because I'm really happy that I bought myself Flair pens for Christmas. So they have their own little bottle over here, and now I can color code my to-do list because it makes me happy. Guys, huge proud teacher moment. Okay, I taught my kids how to make Google Slides, and I've had this kid sending me Google Slides all weekend long. Like, he's really proud of his ability, and so he's made like 7 or 8. Okay, we just learned about the continents today, and I just got sent a Google Slide about the continents from this student. Oh my goodness. I even asked him to write incomplete sentences, and he did. Oh my gosh, I could cry from happiness. Not only did he learn something at school, but he enjoyed it enough to go home and do something with it. Oh, bless this child. I mean, look at this. My heart is filled with so much happiness right now. Periods at the end of the sentences, capitals at the beginning. He didn't capitalize any of the continents. That's okay. We'll get there. I love my students. They drive me up a freaking wall. I love them so much. Oh. I have no complaints anymore. Suddenly everything is okay. All the things are better. It's beautiful. I apologize for this joke lighting, but I needed to finish this off really fast and I'd already left the school. I hope you also find a half-eaten chocolate chip cookie in your lunchbox to bring you joy on your drive home.